Well, we decided to continue to work on Jonesy's bike. If you haven't seen some of the videos, we went on a little trip down to Tennessee, and we ended up having some engine knocking to where we had to trailer back, and we are in the process of getting into this thing. You'll see the first video, part one, we figured out that it's the tappets. We have two tappets that have the roller bearings. The needles are gone. They all fell out in the engine. So here's where we're at right now. If I can figure out how to work this thing. Here we go, Jones. All right, so we've dug into this without taking a video. We took the lifter, or the push rod covers off, raised them up out of the way. He already had adjustable push rods on. We collapsed the adjustable push rods, took the push rods out. Then we went ahead and took the tappet blocks off, 4 bolts on the tappet blocks, took the tappets and the blocks out. We already showed you what the tappets look like. Now we're getting into the actual cone we're going to take off from the cam chest. So we're hoping that we've got all the bearings down in the bottom, and I hope we can count them out and figure out how many's in each one, and I hope there's none in the pump. Worst case scenario, we'll have to take the pump off, check, make sure we're good. But so what do we got going on, Jones? What did you have to do? You did not have to do any rivets, right? Because someone's already been in here once.
Already been in there once.
Okay, so you're to the point where you've opened that up, and right there is your timing, where you adjust your timing at. And as you can see, the last guy that was in here, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. The last guy that was in there made a mark right there and right there. And that is where that timing is set. It looks like to me it's off a little bit.
Just a smidge.
But we'll have to get where that is. So it's already marked, so that's where we're going to at least go back. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be right. It runs good now, though, right, Jones?
It did before this happened.
Well, yeah, right. So I want to back up a little bit. Go ahead, I'll be the cameraman.
You'll be the cameraman?
Yeah.
So we got that marked.
So you're going to take the adjustment screws off. And there's going to be a cap behind there that fits on your camshaft that has a couple of indents, and that's what is used for the timing to tell everything when to spark. And there's a 5/16 nut back in there, or an actual screw that we're going to have to take out. So we'll get an impact and go from there.
So I got my impacts and my 5/16, and they said just kind of treat it gingerly.
Well, that was good. That came out okay.
That came out all right. Now, this comes out of here, and I'm assuming it can only go on there one way, because it's got
a little notch right there.
There's a notch, and right in there is a notch. So it can only go one way in there.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
I am going to put this back in here, just so I know where it's at.
Yes,
I'll lay that with it. We're starting to get quite the pile over here, Baba.
Well, let me check it out.
Check it out.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. Then we got to start taking these out here.
While you start taking those out, I'm going to go get an oil pan.
Yeah, we're going to need an oil pan. Get out of the way.
All right, so Jones, what he did, he took a bracket off these 2 bottom bolts.
It holds the clutch cable.
Holds the clutch cable.
I think that's where that's at. It's got to be that wire, yeah.
And Jones right now is going to undo the timer so that we don't have to leave this hang. You don't have to if you don't want to.
There
you go.
Okay.
Now all of these bolts are all the same size except this one right here. This one's a little longer. So when you're looking,
Let me get these out here. Those are all, well, that one's a little longer than that one.
that
So
one
the
longer,
longer
too?
ones go up top.
Let me see, 2 of them, huh?
That one definitely a lot longer.
That's a
So
lot.
the 2 long ones go up front or up top, and then the 4 short ones go on the bottom.
Pull this one out. Is that the same size as that one?
No. So it's that one, that, because that one's longer.
Okay,
So we'll leave that in there like that.
very good.
Okay, now
So if we start here, it's long, medium,
short,
itty
short.
bitty.
Now we don't want the cam to come out.
We do not want the cam to come out.
So we're going to kind of hold that, and you got to try and.
They actually have a tool, from what I hear, that you can put on, that you can tighten and kind of take that off. Harley has a little, if it's in here, because we got a light down in there somewhere. You show me. See if there's a little notch down there somewhere.
I think he. Yeah.
Let me see here.
Don't feel like it, or see.
So what we want to do is just kind of break that little gasket apart there a little bit. Then we're going to get a screwdriver right in this bottom corner and get a little bit of a pry going. I think right in that freaking corner right there, that little screwdriver will fit right in there.
Right there.
Up just a little bit. Since we don't have the right tool,
Yeah.
right in there. See if you can knock that thing in there a little bit. Okay. Hold on there. Okay, give it a little love tap.
It feels like it's loose. Getting loose.
Wonder how much that tool is.
Oh, $100.
Watch we don't mar it up too bad.
$100. I don't know, Bubba.
All right, so what we did, that one guy said, every time you guys get to a hard spot, you stop the camera.
Well, this needed 2 hands. What we did was we took the putty knife, went around there and busted that. Once we got the gasket busted loose, it's wanting to come out, but we don't want the cam
We
to
don't
come
want to
out.
pull the cam out.
And right there, I got it now. Now, I'm hoping when I take this off there, everything's going to be laying down there, but we're going to find out what's going on.
We'll find out. We're going to look for chipped teeth and all sorts of bad juju stuff. So we'll get some things cleaned up. We'll get in here with a light and hopefully,
Let's see what's going on.
because there's a lot of,
There's a lot going on in there, Bubba.
yeah.
Let me see here.
Alright.
I'm going to see if I can find anything. I have a bad feeling it's all chewed up because I'm not. Well, there's some right there. There's part of one, I think. Yeah, there's part of one right there. We're not going to count them, I can tell you that. I got a feeling they're all in the oil pump. Which, we could take the oil pump apart.
I hope it didn't push them up past the oil pump?
Well-
is there a screen? Got to be a screen, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming here it's going back through the oil pump, back up into the oil tank, and then back up through the motor.
Yep.
I'm hoping it's not. So,
We'll
yeah.
find out. So when we start digging in here, before we take any of these gears out, we're going to get all this cleaned up. We're going to get this all marked because there's timing marks on here, and we want to make sure that we have those. Boy, that bearing there doesn't feel very good either.
So there's the oil pump right there. It's the gear drive for the oil pump.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. We'll be back in just a second. Get some cleanup. All right. So here's what we got going so far, Jonesy. We didn't find any needles in there, nothing but a bunch of crushed up metals that's on the end of that. That's not a lot. There's like serious bearings. My guess is they're all in that oil pump.
Because when I do that, yeah, I had some the first time I put my finger in there.
But here's what we did. We rolled the back wheel to where we got this in timing. You can see
Right there's a mark.
yeah, it
Right
matches
there's-
that mark. And then that mark hole there matches the slot that's in this thing.
Timing mark right there.
Yeah, I ended up losing the camera, so there's a mark there and there's a slot.
Right there.
And I'm gonna try to get a little closer.
Right there.
Yeah.
Out of that whole gear, that's the only place where there's a slot.
And that slot goes right where the tooth with the indent goes.
Yep.
Just like that.
1, 2.
So we're gonna,
Call a mechanic.
right. We got this, Jonesy.
We got this?
All right. Only thing we'll have to do is we'll have to do some big research on how do you clean this thing up and how do we know that we didn't pump that metal into your cylinders and scuff up the, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I guess after we're cleaned up, we check compression and go from there. So anyhow, wish us well. If you've got any comments, don't hesitate to let us know. We'll probably, maybe we'll, depending on how far we go today, we'll add on to this video. All right. Well, we've got these set up like we just showed you. Now that they're set up, Jones is going to drop that back wheel down so that nobody can accidentally spin the thing and get it out of timing. Because if it's out of timing and we don't know where these go, number one, the bike won't start. Number two, we have a good probability of messing up the valves or smashing the piston into the valves, blah, blah, blah. So we're still set up good, Jones, where we've got a dot and a dot. We've got this set up on this gear.
We watched a video, and if you don't, this is your oiler here, and they said if you don't, you got to watch. This is your spacer. You don't want to lose that. If this isn't in time with all this, that's what oils up through the push rods and up to the top half, and then of course that's no good. So everything's got a mark on it for a reason. Watch a video. I mean, that's what we did. We watched the video, and if we wouldn't have done that, I wouldn't have known that and all that. So
all right. So Jones and I were trying to find out. Someone called it an oil slinger. It's actually called a breather gear, and that breather gear is there to help oil the upper push rods and stuff, right?
yeah, I believe because when we were turning this over, there's an oil passage right here and right here. These two holes.
That's what goes up in the up.
That goes up through them tappets, up through the push rods, I believe, to oil the top end. So you've got to make sure that's working and in the right order. It ain't going to lubricate the top end.
So being that we have these all set up, man, why don't you give it a shot and pull out that freaking
Pull the cam out.
Well,
The cam should come right out of there. And it has spacers on it. It's got this. And I believe there's another one on there. Maybe that one don't come off, but this one's on there. And
how's that dude set on there? Has it got a little?
How's it set on there?
Yeah, as far as what's the orientation of that?
Yeah, it has to go like that right there. It can't go flat. The flat part comes up. So it had to go just like that right there. And those two fingers keep it from moving. But there again, when you put it back in there, you have to line everything up. I'm assuming the new cam is going to have timing marks on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, actually, I think I'm going to take the new cam I got, knock the gear off of it, and put the gear on my, my old gear on the new cam. Yeah.
Okay. So
if you don't do that, you have to buy pins and you have to actually measure this to make sure everything is okay.
So I think I'm just going to leave it like that. Leave it there for now. This doesn't come out.
Yeah, that's if you turn your back wheel, you turn that, you're out of time. Hopefully.
This I'm just going to take out.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what the inside of that looks like. Maybe we'll get that cleaned out and we'll show you. So, anyhow, we're going to do some research. Anybody that wants to give us some pointers, it'd be wonderful. If I can hear, because we do have some. I mean, there's definitely some scoring in there, not bad, you know, and we're scored up on here. So I'd say that the big thing is, like you just said, Jones, what's the best way to get your biggest shot of cleaning it up? So anyhow, hopefully you can hear us with that fan running. And golly, if you ride them, wrench them. And sometimes you have to wrench on them even if you don't want to.
Even if you don't want to.
So this will be part 2. We'll be going through this and I'll be doing the same with mine. So there'll be plenty of videos. Peace.
Enjoy your day.